Okay, this time, as you can see, this is high deep L, meaning that I've made sure that I've loaded deep L as opposed to Bing at the very start, which you can do because it says high deep L if you load deep L. So sometimes even if you select deep L from the drop down, which you don't ever see because you don't see like my other windows besides the translation window and the game. Um, there's a lot of windows I have to have open. It'll start Bing instead. It'll just do it because it wants to. Um, and Bing isn't bad necessarily. However, it struggled. Like one example is in the last recording, it struggled with translating open close button. It made some weird constructions out of that. Whereas DeepL was able to go, oh, it's an open close button. And this happened, of course, in the immediately previous recording. It also happened in the very first one. And the translation for the first few lines of dialogue was rather similar, but not exactly the same as how it was when I did my OCR testing to figure out if it would work, which was off recording. It's like I couldn't figure out why it was slightly different because for some reason there was a glitch where it loaded Bing. I thought it was a mistake. Like I thought I just selected the wrong thing, but then it happened to me again, and I was like, "Whoa, this is weird." And I was sure when it happened to me again that I selected the correct one. If you can call DeepL correct or Bing incorrect, it just depends on your taste in translators. Like DeepL, because of its nature, you can kind of take a chance at sometimes getting a better translation sometimes. But when DeepL goes wrong, it really goes wrong and creates some very funny things. Whereas like something like Bing might be a little bit more stable. Uh, yeah, and then I'll just continue on, basically. Well, I guess I should note some like stuff about what I'm thinking. So Sora in this new version, in this 2011 version, is seemingly much more limited than the original. In the original, she could like appear in multiple places at once. It's just that she didn't do it, and for this kind of like programmed in, similar to moral thing, where she didn't feel like she didn't want to do it, but it was possible for her to break the rules. This Sora cannot, right? Um, Also, the Sora in the original didn't have to necessarily be in the control room to like know what's going on around Lemieux, because she was Lemieux and Lemieux was her. This one it seems weirdly limited in that way, where she can't figure out certain things until she's actually in the control room. It's a very heavy human simulator program that doesn't let her use how that she's actually at the computer very well. So this makes me think, okay, well then, this means she cannot record the footage of what happens in the jellyfish gondola and then play it back in her head, so to speak. Which means that whole thing, that whole plot thing, isn't even possible. So that's being chewed into. Like the whole Sora version of the jellyfish gondola is becoming less and less plausible the further I go into the game, and the more and more likely it seems that they're just going to drop that in its entirety. That's just another reason. It's just the limitations put on Sora. Anyway, let's keep going. We just did a scene that was entirely new for the Xbox remake. However, it did have Takeshi going underwater for 40 meters, which means it seems like, and it happened at the same time as the scene in the original where Takeshi swims for Chami, which seems to suggest that that replaces it, right? So it kind of replaces the old underwater swimming scene with a new underwater swimming scene, implying that the swimming for Chami doesn't even happen at all. Or if it does, it happens in a different route where you're very highly Tsugumi biased, which is problematic because this quest was required in order to get the characters down to Drite stock. So if you don't have to do it when you're very Tsugumi biased, how does that even work? Okay, now I'm going to continue. So, just speculating, I don't actually know how this is going to turn out in the end. We have repair parts in our warehouse, and we have all the tools we need. We also kept a manual with repair procedures, so I think we can repair it in a day. Yeah, but you need human labor to do that, though. So you're gonna have to get Tsugumi on actually doing it. Thank you, Sora. Yeah, so we just got strung along where there appears to be yet another submarine that we forgot about, and it also takes a certain amount of time to get the water pumped out so we can get to it. Because to stall us for more time. It's kind of string along. It's kind of like this weird string of possible ways to escape or hopes to escape. Unlike the original, where it's just like there is no hope. The only hope is for someone to come and rescue you. There is no way out of here, and you're just gonna have to wait for 6 days and hope someone comes, basically. There wasn't this whole like trying to find a craft to use to get out nonsense. Okay, so this kanji is problematic. So it's not hope has been plucked. It's hope has been something else, but can't really get the kanji right. There is still hope for tomorrow. Although plucked isn't that bad. Ha. Wonder why there's always a tsu at the end of these. I exhaled deeply. Then my body becomes heavy. Too much Alfredo? Perhaps it was because of the relief, but I felt tired all of a sudden. Well, a lot has happened today. Well, at least I can recognize that this means today. Don't know what the rest of it is. I guess this is the well. Is that literally a stomach growl voice act? Time to think of it, I'm hungry. Did I eat lunch? I thought you did. It's already 8 o'clock. Wow, not in real world time. The number engraved on the digital clock embedded in the wall of the control room is 2017. That's actually kind of good. Okay. Clock's inscribed on the wall of the control room with the numbers 2017. I just couldn't translate it right. Okay. Like they stuck another 2017 in there. It's supposed to be the time 8:17, but that's late. It's already past dinner time. So you plebs who eat 3 meals a day. It's like I eat 2 meals a day. Cause I eat so much in one meal. If I ate 3 meals a day, I'd be very uncomfortable. You looked at her watch as if she was being followed by me and raised her voice.
空、現状無事なドリット取得のマップって出せる？
I wonder if the particles got all mixed up. It's supposed to be following me, not followed by me. Sora, can you give us a map of Drete stock that is currently safe?
はい、今出します。
Are we finally going to see the cross section? Yes, I'll get it out now. So, remember, this is now, this is exit. You can see how getting it out now can somehow make sense. This is a very compact construction, though, for how many words it took in English. It's like, yes, now, exit, shimasu. The map of Drute stock appears on the monitor. Do we get to see it? It's not gonna bother. You're too lazy to draw this map. About half the facilities were underwater. Okay, just kind of like in the original, except in the original, more than half were. Perhaps because I was hungry, my eyes involuntarily searched for eating and drinking establishments. Basically, the food and beverage facilities were concentrated in Layer 1, which is probably means Sector 1, which is probably why they're not found in Layer 3. Okay, so they're basically the restaurants are on Ersteboden primarily, is what he's saying.
はいはい。それじゃあ、脱出の手段も見つかったわけだし、そろそろ夕食にしますか。
Well, now that we found a way out, shall we have dinner now?
ここお腹ペッコペコだよ。
Are we gonna find the sandwich shop? Wow, I've got a big belly.
それじゃあ、みんなで食料調達に出発。
Someone like me, it is kind of weird to hear like someone who would be mistaken for a 10-year-old, she's apparently 14 or something, say I have got a big belly. Then we gotta go out and get some food. Ooh. Drawn by you, Coco Nunez left the room in high spirits. Are you saying that Tsugumi was in high spirits? He's part of the others, you know. I followed suit. Hmm? Oh. This will be she will be excluded from the category the others. Tsugumi wa mo ni tu. Is this monitor? Maybe. My cursor is in the wrong spot. It should have been here. Tsugumi seemed to be thinking about something as she stared at the monitor. So I presume that this like what symbol here is in the part of the construction that is translating to something. This is the part of the something. So it's like Tsugumi seemed to be looking at the monitor, and as doing so, which probably is in construction, what or like uncertainty or like filler pronoun staring at. Again, I don't know Japanese, so I can't. I'm just guessing. Tsugumi, you're not going. Is that Tsugumi's stomach? That moment, the sound of Tsugumi's stomach rumbling echoed in the deserted control room. I don't know how stomach rumbling became like this indication of being hungry. When my stomach rumbles, it means I've eaten too much. Completely different. My stomach is making noises. That's because I'm uncomfortable for a completely different reason. But it's like in every piece of written media ever. Like every time someone gets hungry, they use the expression, the stomach is making noises, or my stomach is rumbling. So commonplace. Tsugumi left the room, pushing me out of the way, her face bright red. Oh, so she was looking for Tsugumi on the looking for Chami on the monitor. I followed Tsugumi, holding back my laughter. Okay, so we finally got the gift. We got the gift shop, which is in the original. It's on a. I didn't think of this. I did think of this, but I didn't think this would be like as an important enough like location in the original that would have to be in the remake. But I guess there's a scene There are a couple scenes with CGs of Coco that happen here, so maybe they have to put the gift shop in the game in order to get those Coco scenes in the game. It's very the original is very those CGs appeared very late in the game. They were like in the very final stretch. We're already free, and no matter what choices you made, you were guaranteed to get the golden ending. You went to the gift shop to get some food. So doesn't the gift shop only have like nuts and candy and stuff like that? I mean, you can eat some. Yeah, it's like sustenance, I suppose. You and her friends, who arrived first, already are inside begging for food.
なにこれ面白い
What's this? Interesting.
これ何？食べられるの？
It's mermaid's tears, which you probably haven't got to that part of the game yet. I couldn't OCR the question marks. It turned into a two-day. What is this? Can you eat it? Did I accidentally skip a line? Yes, I did. Somehow. Got like a debounce failure on my keyboard or something. Coco, I won't jump into... Look, boy, it's an imitation of a wax shrimp, so don't eat it. Well, it's an imitation of a wax shrimp. So it's not even a wax. Jump into the Neguru. Okay, it's probably the plushies.
こらココぬいぐる
It's like you has to babysit these people. Well, I'm going in. To lighten the sensitivity of this. Probably. Yes, I do. I know I'm using the word sensitivity. I'm trying to make it more discriminatory. Okay. See how discriminatory that is. That's the same. um, this. That's better. Inside, various souvenirs were arranged in different corners. I first went to the food section. They only have like souvenir food, so it's not really something you would eat as a meal. Better than nothing. Yum Yun Yaki Gi. Well, finally Mew Myun actually shows up. I don't recall them naming the mascot in this as opposed to in the original where they actually did. That's the name of the lemur mascot that Tsugumi wear a costume of. It's Mew Myun. Deep Sea Hot Springs Monju. Lemu Sopple. Well, these are the standard. I didn't understand any of those, but I don't think I was supposed to be able to understand those. But not so sweet and luscious. Weird candy, I suppose. This is the frozen food corner. Tatuda sausage, sasa kamaboko, made in a layered plant. It's like food. The Moo specialty deep sea coffee. Well, I can tell that this is supposed to be the coffee. It's uh, Kohi, right? I don't know why it's not turned into a P though. I would think that they would make it Kopi. I'm going to drink it since I'm here. It's deep sea. What makes deep sea coffee different from normal coffee? It's got salt in it. Salt in the coffee. Anyway, that would be. It's a snack, something to snack on. Oops, canned goods. Picked up a random pile of cans. Just like green beans. Or just spam. It's literally canned Kagami dye flake. Yeah, kakami dai hu make. Of course. Shimad, yeah, okay. Shimaga suo no tataki. First. What is this? Running gag, that's what it is, Takeshi. I placed the can roughly where it had originally been. It's sweet and sweet, but I think I'll have deep sea hot spring buns for dinner. Is that like a honey bun? I suppose that would work in a pinch. Having decided what to eat, I somehow made my way to the non food souvenir section. The first kanji got messed up. The bar, probably is more like the counter, was overflowing with a variety of products. Kisachwa. What? T shirts? Oh, okay. Towels and handkerchiefs, mugs and lunchbox. Lunchbox? You mean lunchboxes? Postcards, writing utensils, and notes, diaries, jigsaw puzzles, and limited edition plastic models. You mean Funko Pops? Bunny girl models of Sora? Keychains, straps, watches, and other accessories. Really, it's a plethora of standard items. As expected, for a mascot character, there were several products related to that raccoon dog. Most of the products had an illustration printed on them. There were three-dimensional objects of him, large and small, Nusigurumi, which may not have a translation to it, piggy banks, and even his um, Neko uh, Neko statue, right? Well, yes, beckoning cat. Even though he's not a cat, which is weird. A cat, come to think of it, isn't this guy a raccoon? If you didn't know, Neko is cat in Japanese. I can't help but pick it up and stare at it. That doesn't mean I know Japanese, I just happen to know that one word because I played Control. Particularly that the Foundation DLC. I can't help but pick it up and stare at it.
何じっと見ているのかと思ったら、そんなもの見てたんだ。
So it's going to be introduced to Mew Mew in the gift shop as opposed to at the very beginning in the prologue. Okay, well, at least it happens at some point. I'm wondering what you were staring at, and that's what you were looking. That's what you were staring at. What's up, you?
それ面白いでしょ。ねえ、知ってた？招き猫ってね、左手を上げているのは客を呼ぶ。右手を上げているのは金を呼ぶ。それで、両手を上げているのは客と金、両方を呼ぶと言われているの。
It's funny, isn't it? Hey, did you know a beckoning cat with its left hand raised calls for customers? Though with its right hand raised calls for customers. What? Though with its right hand raised calls for money. Though with both hands up is said to bring forth customers and money. Wait, so you just break even? You get customers without money? Or they just kind of don't buy anything, they just walk out? If you ask me, there were 3 different types of beckoning cat-like raccoon dogs lined up with their right hand, left hand, and both hands raised. Is the raccoon dog an inviting cat or beckoning cat? Isn't the raccoon dog the shigaraki ware that is placed in taverns and the like?
タヌキってミュウミュウのこと？
Tanuki is raccoon dog. Is the raccoon dog Mew Mew? Mew Mew? Okay, so this is Tanuki te Myun Myun, whatever that kanji is. I don't know. Myun Myun Myun.
ミュウミュウは名前。これはタヌキじゃなくて、珍獣レミュール。キツネザルの一種よ。
Mew Myun is a name. This is not a raccoon or a tanuki, but a rare lemur. It's a kind of lemur.
レミュー
Okay?
ルはアフリカ、マダガスカル島、アジア、インドネシア、遠く海で隔たれた場所に点在して生息しているの。
Lemurs are found scattered throughout Africa, Madagascar, Asia, and Indonesia, separated by distant oceans.
レミュールの奇妙な分布状態に気づいたスクレーターってイギリスの動物学者さんがいたの。
There was a British zoologist named Shatler. I believe, yeah, it's supposed to be Shatler instead of like Sclater. Is it supposed to be Slater? Or, okay, I'll just say Slater. Who noticed the strange distribution state of lemurs.
で、その理由をかつてインド洋にはこれらをつなぐ陸の橋、すなわち巨大大陸が存在したという説を唱えて、失われた大陸をレミュールにちなんでレムリアと名付けたの。
Yeah, so the original, you just tells Takeshi that it's a Mew Mew, which is lemur. And that's it. This only gets explained to the kid when you play as the kid. This whole, like, continent of Lemuria thing. So they managed to make so it gets explained to Takeshi, as well. So that's kind of cool. Reason for this is based on the theory that there once existed a land bridge or giant continent in the Indian Ocean. And on this continent was named Lemuria after the lemur.
ついでにドイツの動物学者ヘッケルはこの大陸を人類発祥の地だと主張しているわ。
By the way, the German zoologist Haeckel claims this continent is the birthplace of mankind.
って何よその目は。
What's that? What's with the eyes? Just like, wow, you really just went off on this. No, it's just that the lost continent alone is pretty shady.
まあ確かに今ではレミュールの分布に関しては大陸移動説で説明できちゃうからね。
There would be lots of evidence for it because there'd be a bunch of granite under the sea that would have sunk in. It would have not been a basalt floor. Well, it's true that the distribution of lemurs can now be explained by the theory of continental drift.
でもレムリア大陸説は別にしても最近その近くの海底で謎の古代文明の遺跡が発掘されたのよね。その文明をレムリア大陸にあやかって古代レムリア文明って呼んでいるわ。
Sorry, I had to yawn. I thought continental drift was dead, and it's all about plate tectonics nowadays. But even apart from the Lemurian continent theory, the remains of a mysterious ancient civilization have recently been discovered on the seafloor near the Lemurian continent. We call this civilization the ancient Lemurian civilization in order of the Lemurian continent.
ここの施設の名前レミューの由来も古代レムリア文明から取っているのよね。
The name of this facility, Lemu, is also derived from the ancient Lemurian civilization. Ancient Lemurian civilization. So, this is Lemuria, and this just means old. It's like, I know that symbol. I don't know a lot, but I know that that one's old. When I asked her, she said,
キュー来て来てちょっと来て。
Coco interrupts. Knock you, come here a minute. Coco called you.
わかった今行くね。
Okay, I'm coming.
そうねドリットシュトックに発掘されたレムリア遺跡のレプリカを展示したアトラクションがあるから時間があったらそこで説明してあげる。
There's an attraction on Drinte Stock that displays a replica of the Lemurian ruins that were erected. So if you have a free time, I can explain it to you there. Yeah, okay, so Lemurian ruins are on Drinte Stock still as they were in the original. There's collecting all of the original locations, probably also the Carousel Lafitte, Quale, the gift shop, Lemurian ruins, the Cosmic Whale Room, all down here, basically. Okay. I look forward to it.
それじゃ
Yep, that is Yu's room. That's it then. That Yu went back to where Coco and the others were. I looked again at the beckoning cat statue. They still had it in my hand. It's probably supposed to be the beckoning Mew Mewn that I still had in my hand. Mew Mewn with, I guess it could be a her or a his, but I would do his. Hands raised seemed to be complaining that she was done with it. Okay, she was just done. Throw your hands up in despair. I put the beckoning Mew Mewn back in its place. They look like brothers when they stand side by side like this. I had this thought when I saw three kind of beckoning nemesis, beckoning statues, whatever they're supposed to be. Mew Mew are three brothers. Oh, they're gonna relate this back to like the three goddesses, the three Mew Mews. Oh, by the way, you said there are sisters in the sky. That's probably the actual sky, not Sora. How many are there? Oh, well, Sora said that there was only two of her, weren't, didn't she? If that's supposed to be Sora, sisters of Sora, there's only two Soras. Sora wanted to communicate with us, but do the sisters communicate with each other? She also said that they have different personalities, but I wonder if they fight with their sisters. She fights with her sisters. It was supposed to be three? Did I like get that like wrong? Did I read it, translate it wrong at the time? I was thinking about that in a daze. PP's charged. PP came to my feet squealing. What's wrong? I bent down and talked to PP. What's wrong, PP? I looked at PP's face and giggled. PP's mouth was stained bright red and her eyes were purple.
ピピーどこあ、ピピめっけ
Someone put makeup on PP, it appears. Where's PP? A sign pin in her hand came trotting over.
ピピ逃げちゃダメじゃない
PP? What are you doing to PP?
おしゃれだよメイクだよどう芸術っしょ
Foreshadowing of the makeup on Sora scene. Fashion, makeup, what do you think? Artistic. Go say with pride. No, this is scary if it's makeup. It's beyond scary. It's exactly like a kid's prank. Except this got changed into that. As a result, it turns into turnip note.
そっかな夜の蝶々イメージしたんだけどな
So true. I imagined a butterfly image of the night or something like that. It doesn't look like there's any symbol mix-ups, so that's just kind of how it's supposed to be, I guess.
そうだ今度はめちゃモテなギャルをイメージしてやってみるね
Try it again with the image of a very popular gal. Isn't PP a he, though? I guess he doesn't have, like, stuff down there, so it doesn't matter. PP runs behind my legs. See, PP is missing too. You poor thing. Drop it off as soon as possible. Okay.
ほんじゃピピ、顔を洗おうね。水性だからすぐ落ちるよ。
Hey, now then, PP, let's wash your face. It's water-based, so it'll come right off. Jack Coco disappears towards the exit holding PP. Good thing it was water-based. It would have been quite different had it been oil-based. Huh? There's another finger sync mistake. Okay. Skipped a lot of lines there by accident. Okay, this is what I just translated, right? Just translated, right? So this is the next line. Grab two lines at once, or at least try to here. So these are Takeshi's thoughts. The first time a tragedy, the second time a comedy. These words came to my mind. After that, we moved to Drite's stock restroom and had dinner with food from the gift shop. Okay, so the first time, the tragedy was on him, the comedy was on PP or something. It's double standard. As usual, I was acting alone, shopping for food in a souvenir shop. So I guess that... Oh, we're talking about Tsugumi. Oh. The goo in Tsugumi got messed up. Okay, as usual, Tsugumi was acting alone, shopping for food in a souvenir shop. So I guess that she was having a meal somewhere, alone. Tastes better if we all ate together. Okay, that's all I'm all caught up now, I think. This is going to be incomprehensible. Yeah, it's not going to translate to chewing noises or whatever. I drank the green tea in one gulp, as if to wash down the sweetness in my mouth. Okay, so that was gulping noises, apparently, not chewing noises. Okay. Did I accidentally make the text scroll mode really slow? Just an effect. Like, something's weird here. I accidentally made the game run super slow. I didn't mind the sweet so much. Maybe my body was craving something sweet because of fatigue.
さて、夕食も終わったことだし、みんなで温泉に行きますか。
Ah, I somehow glitched out Xenia into slow mode. Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna do a save. And try to restart the emulator. Cause of that. Because the slow voices might be entertaining, but the problem is the slow text is going to be annoying. Now, I figured out how to skip the opening cutscene, but I'm not going to skip it. I'm just going to run it, just because I feel like it, so... It's just gonna run. If you want to skip it, just press the right arrow key. Now, okay, it should be record. It should not be recording the whole file explorer thing, hopefully, because that's not something I asked OBS to grab. Hopefully, OBS will be obedient. Still not grabbing. OBS is not grabbing. Okay.
さて、夕食も終わったことだし、みんなで温泉に行きますか。
I think we're back to regular speed now. Now that dinner is over, shall we all go to the hot springs? There's hot springs. Well, I guess they actually could do real hot springs in Lamu because they do have geothermal, don't they? It kind of caught me off guard though. Because like you just mean like a hot tub, you just mean like a hot pool. You don't actually mean literal hot springs, right? Hot springs? There are hot springs at the bottom of the ocean? Technically there are.
あら、知らないの？ここ、海の中のレミューの深海温泉って結構有名なんだけど。
Don't you know, the deep sea hot springs here in Lamu and the sea are quite famous, aren't they?
CM でもやってたじゃない？周りは海、上も海、ここは海の底、深海温泉って。
You saw it in the commercials. The sea is all around us. The sea is above us. And here we are at the bottom of the sea in a deep sea hot spring. She actually, like, sung the commercial jingle. Something like that commercial I saw. I mean, it wasn't Takeshi's idea to do this. So, it was like Suzuki's or something. So he didn't research it off, of course. Was it the commercial with the kid holding the deep sea fish?
今日はみんなも 特に倉成はお疲れ様だったでしょ。
I'm sure everyone, especially Kuranari, was tired today.
だから温泉に浸かってリフレッシュしましょう。
Let's take hot spring bath and refresh ourselves.
でも倉成、ここの温泉は混浴じゃないからね。
Ah, but Kuranari, the hot springs here are not mixed bathing.
イチャイチャキャッキャな美味しい展開期待してたでしょう。残念だったわね。
So you're not the only you just have to have this very private conversation with the kid. I bet you were hoping for a nice, flirty, squeaky clean, delicious development, weren't you? You was such a Beatrice. No. Feel like I'm being slandered.
ほんと？
Really? Really? But an exclamation point. Like, really? It's like, I'm not interested in you, because you don't have a route. Life isn't fair, isn't it? I have to repair the submersible in the first place. How are we going to read the manuals and get the repair parts and stuff?
ヘロヘロの頭で作業しても効率は悪いし、ポカミスで命取りってこともあるのよ。
Working with a weak head is inefficient, and a slip-up can be fatal.
そのためにここ一番って時にはちゃんと疲れは取っておいた方がいいの。
Besides, Tsugumi can do it. You don't have to do anything. So, you should be tired at the very best of times. Kind of weird. That's true, you have a point.
そうでしょ。それにこの層にも救護室はあるからそこでゆっくり休みましょう。
I'm sure you're right. Besides, there is a first aid room in this layer, so I guess it might be I'll take a good rest there.
さあ、温泉深海温泉楽しみだわ。ここの温泉一度入ってみたかったのよね。
So who's you gonna get the hot spring with? Gonna be just Coco? I mean, it'd be hard to get Tsugumi in there because I would think it would just be really hard to get Tsugumi in there. I was gonna say that then Tsugumi would end up showing her scar, which she doesn't want to do, but she doesn't have to do that. She can wear a skirt into it and just get her skirt soaked like usual. I've always wanted to try the hot springs here. It'd always be you and Coco. I presume there isn't like a male and a female, right? I presume it's like in shifts or something, like one at a time. This you person just wanted to go to the hot springs herself, didn't she? Seeing his face, which looked so happy, such a question came to my mind. That's not a question. I guess it's a rhetorical one. It was phrased like a question, I'll admit. Well then, let's go out for a hot soak. I'm going to take a bath. Wonder how this works. I was about to ask the boy to go with me when Sora called out to me.
倉成さん、今よろしいでしょうか。
Mr. Kuranari, may I come in? It's a weird thing to say for someone whose figure is just like implanted into your optic nerve. You're not really coming in any sort of way. What's wrong, Sora?
いえ、倉成さんにお願いしたいことがありまして。
I have a request for Mr. Kurinari. Um, okay, I know it's supposed to be Sora, so not. So I know it turned into Zin, but it's supposed to be Sora. Sora said this while fidgeting. Oh, we're gonna go to. Are we finally gonna go to the the merry-go-round, the carousel? Yeah, I don't mind. But what kind of request is that?
私とその付き合っていただけないでしょうか。
Can you please help me with my secret, basically? Which has to do with her human imitation limiter or whatever. Um, I presume because that's only one or two words that that's not the best translation. Might be more general, and they just made it, and Deepel made it too specific. Whatever. I just be like, do you want to go with me? Some like to go, but then Deepel was like, let's make that into a date. No, I mean, what is it? Oh, really? That is what it meant to say. Oops. The next line actually indicated that was an accurate translation. I don't mind, but it would be inappropriate indeed in a situation like this. She's a computer, Takeshi. It's okay to go out with a computer. She's not real. It also makes it weird, but it makes it more okay, but also more weird at the same time. When I was about to continue with those words,
私もっと皆さんとコミュニケーションを取りたくて、データベースだけじゃ足りなくて、さまざまな端末にあったデータをたくさん追加したんですが。
you guys, the database wasn't enough, so I had a lot of data that was on various terminals.
更新したデータが AI に反映されてるかどうか、倉成さんの意見も聞きたいので、付き合っていただきたいんです。
I'd like to hear your opinion whether the updated data is reflected in AI. I'd ask you to come with me. Here we go. I see what you mean. I was surprised. I was nervous. Remember when I was supporting you, I just now put as much probably data as you want into it. It's probably supposed to be data, not money. It just they sound they're this we got an extra couple lines here, so like a key turned into a gi. Probably change data into money.
本当ですか？ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much. Sora smiled shyly. I still say level 1. We're on level 3. Anyway. The place I was led to by Sora was the park-like plaza that was also located on the second floor. But it still says 1 for some reason. Because they couldn't bother to change the background when they changed floors. The same 3 statues of goddesses were found here as well. It's a recreation room on every floor. Cool. So Sora began to speak.
私、もっと人間のことを理解したくて、データベースとかを調べたんですが。
So we're not to the carousel dolphin yet. I wanted to understand more about the human condition or question or whatever. So I looked into databases and such or whatever. Okay, probably a poor translation, but whatever.
哲学的だったり、観念的だったり、側面だけ捉えただけだったりで、うまく理解できませんでした。
Okay, so the first kanji is messed up. I think that's still fine. It's just a matter of being open-minded, conceptual, or just taking aspects of the situation. Okay. Oh, oops. Did that again. Down from there. Yes, this is Takeshi. I'm a human being, but even I can't answer the question, what is a human being? Oh. Still couldn't do it right. Takeshi says I can't explain what a human being is. I'm like, it's a certain sequence of A, T, C, and G. As long as you can breed with it, you're a human being. So, I was looking at all the relevant data on all the linked terminals to try and get a better understanding based on human behavior. There's also an aspect of being a human being where you have a stream of consciousness and a conscience. And that is... The conscience is an aspect of what we call in the image of God. But anyway. And then I found one, the perfect one. But I don't know why everything minimized. Oh, the OCR just crashed. Okay. Well, let's reopen it then. Before I do that... Here's all the helper windows. Okay. Restart the OCR. Okay. Data into the OCR. Move it slightly to the right. Okay. Okay, this is DeepL. Cool. Okay, I don't know why the OCR crashed for some random reason. Let's try again. Okay, we lost the hay at the front. Well, I didn't know there was such a good one. What's it like? Okay, so go back to this line here. Use all the relevant data on all the linked terminals to try to get a better understanding of human behavior. So it's a perfect terminal, okay.
哲学的だったり、観念的だったり、側面だけ捉えただけだったりで、うまく理解できませんでした。
Is this not active? Now the game crashed. Now I have to reload the game. Everything's crashing. Crashing all over the place. Okay, let me reload the game. Can I try to skip this? There we go. There we go, skip that. Okay. So I don't know if the menu music really affects anything. Does the quick load menu give me like a quick load from like the previous crash? Yeah, it appears. Let's see what this one is. No. Uh, it's this one. It's really okay. I guess we're gonna have to skip. We have to do a real load. Load this one.
さて、夕食も終わったことだし、
Skip forward. Whoops. Didn't have to skip forward that far. Okay, so we're like into looking at the relevant data, right? If OBS is picking this up, I have to figure that out. Yes, it is. Okay. Just making sure.
私、もっと人間のことを理解したくて、データベースとかを調べたんですが、哲学的だったり、観念的だったり、側面だけ捉えただけだったりで、うまく理解できませんでした。ですので、人間の行動から理解を深めようと考えて、リンクされているすべての端末にある関連データを調べていたんです。そしたら、あったんですよ、ぴったりのが。
Okay. Just the OCR even more. See if that's better. That's white on white. So the perfect Limu terminal. I got kind of lost in that. Like,
はい、恋愛アドベンチャーゲームというものです。
it's called a romance adventure game. That's just cheesy. It's called Ever17. But found this game called Never Seven. Another game called Doki Doki Literature Club. At the same time, I was surprised. The scenery around the tilts changed drastically. The tilt, you say? Okay, try to make a little bit less noise in this. Because the background is really white this time. Right, landscape around me changed. There we go. I didn't know Sora could do this. Well, she can use Mirage where she is, right? So she does have the ability to do this kind of thing. Oh, we're in a different game now. We're in like Persona or something. What? Standing in a residential neighborhood. What happened? I'm gonna go get simulated Sora. Translated for some reason, I don't know. Wait, is this like her idea was I'm gonna stick you in this romance simulation in order to study you? So you're gonna have like this fake person to romance with? So not understanding the situation, I heard a voice gasping for breath and the sound of someone running up to me. Okay, it's Sora by the name tag, so it's not some random... Didn't introduce some random extra fake character. Now that's a fun kanji. Unfortunately, we didn't actually translate it correctly. Turning in the direction of the sound, I saw Sora galloping towards me from afar, although galloping may not be accurate. What? And for some reason, she was wearing a school uniform. Oh, are we in memories off?
遅刻遅刻。
I'm late. Sora looks pretty. Now, saying such things, the distance between us gets even closer to me.
どいてどいて。
Move aside. Hey, you're supposed to court her or something. You're supposed to, like... Just before colliding with me, Sora and I set a line which seemed to indicate that she had finally noticed my presence. Flat. So excited I couldn't believe it. I was like...
避けないでぶつかってください。続きができないじゃないですか。
So this got marauded by the OCR, so I think what it's supposed to say is, you made the wrong choice. You're supposed to bump into me. That's how the game progresses. So, you need to go back, go back and pick the different choice in order to progress in the game, is what she's saying. Sora, what is this? Let's try to take another stab at this line here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not being... For some reason I can't translate that line, but it's something like, don't pick, move aside, you have to bump into me, otherwise the plot won't progress, is what she's saying.
データにありました。ヒロインと主人公の出会いの場面ですが。
The heroine and the hero's meeting scene was in the data. No, I understand that, but what are you doing this for? Okay, I'm going to do something a little bit strange here. I'm going to go into OBS. I'm going to hide the translation window. I'm going to hide the game, hide the text, and then I'm going to put them all back in. It's just so that I have like a screenshot in the video somewhere of this piece of artwork just by itself. Okay, now I'm going to re-enable the translation window. Okay.
それはですね、人と人が仲良くなるにはまず出会いがあるんです。そしてそこからコミュニケーションが始まり、
そしてより親密になっていくものなんです。そうですよね。
That's right. In order for people to get to know each other, there must be first be an encounter. Then communication begins. And then they become closer. Isn't that right? Not wrong.
ですので、恋愛アドベンチャーゲームをシミュレートすれば学ぶことができると思ったんです。
So I thought I could learn by simulating a love adventure game. It's gonna be like, Sora, that's just a game made up to be this idealized version of romance that never happens in real life to make your dopamine go crazy, but something is terribly wrong with this.
そうなんですか？私、間違ってましたか？
Is that so? Am I wrong? Is the game gonna self-deprecate on it? Right? It's like, this is a romance game. Sora looks terribly, incredibly depressed. Oh, maybe we're going in the right direction.
本当ですか？
Really? You don't have to do this in a game. We're already in a game, so you could just do it in the setting you're already in. They say that people who have never fallen down don't understand the pain of those who have. Where is he going with this? They say that there is no better training than a real battle, but I think you can gain some experience even in a simulation.
本当なんですね。
Is it true? Okay, I'm gonna also, drag that around. Make that happen. Sora's face was transfused with a wrong kanji. Some noise if I do this. Yeah, okay, that's better. Sora's face lit up.
私、間違ってなかったんですね。
That's right, wasn't I?
それじゃあ倉成さん、協力してくれますね。
Mr. Kurinari, will you cooperate with this? It's not supposed to be chicken, that was a miss OCR. What?
とりあえず次に進みますね。次にメルアドの交換をして。
Then go on to the next step. Let's exchange email addresses for some reason. It's supposed to be phone exchange email addresses.
出会った後はメルアド交換じゃないんですか？
After meeting someone, don't you exchange email addresses? Well, I would do that because I use email so much, but you're supposed to exchange. The cliche thing is to exchange phone numbers. Well, yes, but... I did as Sora told me, took out my cell phone and exchanged email addresses.
じゃあ続けますね。
It's like, what's her email address? I'll continue. Hey. I don't know what the lines are. The scene changes again. This time it seems to be in a dispersal room. You mean a classroom? At this point, I finally realized this change of scene was due to Mirage.
たけし、いつまでぼーっと立ってんのよ。先生が来ちゃうでしょ。
Takeshi, how long are you going to stand there with your porta potty? What? Look at these things to. For some reason, like, my kanji are getting way more mixed up of late. Okay, the teacher is going to be here. But why is it like porta potties? uh, so this is Bo. That's either a two or a she. I forget. Okay, I'll never know what it was supposed to be, but it's not porta potties. Okay, I'm not gonna bother. Do I want to make sure that there's like this by itself somewhere in the? Yeah, I won't bother. Hopefully, there'll be some sort of CG gallery at the end of this, because these are cool. What? It's like when you're, it's like when you're stuck in the romance game, but you don't know the script. And Sora knows the script. Hasn't the character changed from earlier? I'm not sure if she's changed, but I'm not sure if she's still the same person.
たけしの席は私の隣なんだからね。私まで先生に怒られちゃうでしょ。早く席に着きなさいよ。
I'm gonna get in trouble with the teacher too. Hurry up and take your seat. I'm sitting down now. Sora, whose atmosphere is too different from usual, makes me feel strange. Okay, I sat down. Probably supposed to be a chair. I don't know, but whatever. Next to Sora. This feel would be the bench in a plaza.
もうまた教科書忘れてる。ほんとだらしがないんだから。
Fill out your textbooks again. You're really sloppy, you know that?
まったく今日だけだからね。教科書見せるの。
So apparently, girls are attracted to boys who forget things. I'm going to show you my textbooks today. Sora then moved her desk and chair closer together. This came out in 2011. Keep that in mind. Perhaps it's because her attitude is different from usual that I was so taken aback.
私だって本当はこんなことしたくないんだからね。
I really don't know. I really don't want to do this either.
ほら、もっと近くに寄りなさいよ。
Yeah, come closer to me. I was at the mercy of Sora, and we grew so close that our skin touched each other. Hey, can Mirage do that? Uh, S. Forgot if that's a ka or a ta. Suddenly, I lost the feel of the chair, and I fell backwards as hard as I could. Is that in the script? I'm in pain.
倉成さん、大丈夫ですか？
Mr. Kurinari-san, are you okay? It's like turned back to my original form.
すみません。ちょっと表示位置を間違えてしまいました。
Guess that was not in the script. Sorry, I made a little mistake in the display position. Oh, this is no big deal. It's like, what if, like, what he was gonna sit in just happened to be water right there? Because he can't see what his real surroundings are, right? Because all his vision is replaced by this nonsense. So he's like ends up sitting in the worst place to sit. How much longer are we going to be? But how much longer are we going to do this?
サンプルに選んだメモ、申し訳ありません。なぜか上から怒られてしまったようです。
I'm sorry. I seem to have offended. You seem to have been offended by Sora for some reason or something. But like, the thing is, this is actually up. I'll try to hit again in the backlog when I get to the when it gets into the backlog.
そのサンプルデータによると、お昼休みに一緒にランチとか、放課後相合い傘で一緒に下校だとか、学園祭、体育祭や水泳大会というのもあります。
I gotta sneeze. Sorry about that. According to the sample data, they have lunch together during lunch break, or leave together after school. Leave together after school in a group. There are also school festivals, sports festivals, and swimming competitions. Swimming competitions might be a reference to Ever17. Okay, I lost that line essentially, but it's probably not that important. Novel. I mean, stop. What's it? Satapa. I can't keep up with you that much. I mean, can you at least give me one more try? Or something like that?
あと1回だけですか？じゃあ、これをお願いしたいです。
One more time? Well then, I'd like you to do this for me. What's this? Oh no. Do this scene for me. Okay, figure out how to do this scene. This scene changes. This time it looked like a normal room. So, Sora, what now?
ですね、幼馴染っていうのをやってみたいんです。
I'd like to try a childhood friend. What? I mean, that looks correct, doesn't it? Huh.
えっとですね、幼馴染っていうのをや
Childhood friends? Why are we childhood friends again?
それは私の年齢と関係するのかもしれません。
Hey, it has something to do with my age.
レミシリーズは1992年9月16日から開発が始められました。
Okay, 1992, 9 months and 16 days. Translator will have a hard time with that because it can't do Arabic numerals for some reason. Looks like Lamu was established in 1992. Apparently. I mean, if it's 2017 and she's only 7 years old, so it's a really hard time. Yeah, too many numbers, too many Arabic numerals for DeepL. I could try just doing this part, but this part isn't really a word. I believe this it's a particle. Yeah, okay, so we're just saying the date in which Lamu was deployed. Cool.
プロトタイプが完成したのが2000年の10月です。
And 2010, the prototype was completed in the month of. It's completed in the year 2000, not month of October.
レミシリーズの16番 LMQS16 が稼働を始めたのはそれから11年後の4月。
Okay, so Lamu Series 16 began 11 years and 4 months later. Okay, so 2011 and 4 months, so February 2012.
ですので私は2011年4月2日生まれということになります。
Maybe I'm off. I was born in 2011, year 2011, 4 months and 2 days. 2011? So you're only 6 years old.
いえ、私は24歳です。
You're 6 years old, not 7 years old. I was off by a year. I'm 24 years old. Yeah?
理由はわかりません。
I don't know why.
去年も一昨年も3年前も4年前もずっと24歳です。
Okay, I've always been 24 years old.
生まれた時から私は24歳なのです。
I guess she's apparently 20 years old. Okay, basically just repeating that she's 24 years old.
設定上の年齢ではありますが、
do better than that. That was literally the translation it spit out. Put it in the backlog when I get there.
ですから、あえて今回は設定と違う16歳前後の女性というキャラクターをエミュレーションしたのですが、
So I dared to emulate the character of a woman 16 years old, which is different from my set age.
実際、私は人間のように老いることはありません。
Okay, so what was this supposed to be? I was having a hard time with that one kanji. It's the age of my setting, right? Okay. In fact, I don't age like a human.
したがって、おそらくこれからも永遠に24歳のままなのでしょう。
Therefore, I will remain 24 years old forever and ever.
だからでしょうか。幼なじみってとっても不思議に思えるんです。
Is it because I'm a family friend or childhood friend seem very strange to me? It's because family friend or childhood friend sounds very strange to me. Right,
小
because
さい頃からの知り合いで共に成長していくってどんな感じなんでしょう。
you've never been a child, right? What it's like to know each other since you were little and grow up together. Sounds like, I guess we'll just have to get to know each other better, huh?
気心？お互いの気持ちが通じ合うという意味でしょうか。
It's a real blunder on the OCR. No, that's not. No, that's fine. Okay. It's for each other. Okay. What? What's going on here? Does that mean the feeling is mutual? What did Takeshi say? I thought he just said we gotta know each other better or something. It's going to be like we know each other inside and out. Okay. Because, okay, it shouldn't be felt for each other, just be like inside and out or something. Okay, does that mean that feeling is mutual? Mutual. Basically, it's for each other. The felt is probably shouldn't be there, essentially. Well, it could be family, siblings, or love, but it's the movement of the hearts of each other that comes into view over a long period of time. It's a sense of security akin to trust.
それって素敵ですね。
It's wonderful, isn't it? Yeah, until it's all like they turn into something you never expected they could possibly turn into when they're older. There's a little bit of idealism in there too. I know you want to play at childhood friends, but what do you want to do in terms of the body? Is that really correct? No, it's not. So this here got turned into that. So I have to backlog that to try to change that from happening.
それはお任せください。早速実践しますので。まずは倉成さん、そこに寝てくれませんか？
That kind of probably turned needlessly racy just because of misread. Please leave that to me. I'll put it to practice as soon as possible. First, Mr. Kurinari, would you lie down there, please? It's going to be like a psychological evaluation. Okay, let's try to get Takeshi's line here. There we go, that's better. Anyway, I know what you want to do, but what exactly do you want to do? Okay, that's better. It's like, the OC, like, that wasn't necessarily Deep L's fault. It's not like... But what's even worse is, like, because doesn't that kanji mean goods or something? I know the Hanja character is goods, so it's not really... If you were to be more literal about it, it wouldn't have been, what do you want to do with the body? It would have been, like, with regards to the body, it would be like, what do you want to do with the goods? Try to translate this again, just so. It's not gonna translate well, because all these ellipses really mess stuff up. Okay. It's like, I'd like to tell you, like, want to know what you want to do before I do it. Like, why am I lying down on... What do you mean, lie down?
そこのベッド、実際はベンチですが、そこに横になって目をつぶっててくれませんか？
There's a bed there. It's actually a bench, but could you lie down there and close your eyes? Like and pretend it is a bed? So it's like a bench in the real world. Okay, but what? Lay down on my bed, quote unquote, as Sora said, and then I went to sleep. I closed my eyes, a little nervous.
たけしちゃん、起きてる？朝だよ。
Takeshi, are you awake? It's morning.
もう、やっぱりまだ寝てる。だらしないな。
Still cold after all. You're so sloppy. Probably cold is the wrong thing. It's discriminating. There we go. You are still sleeping after all. You're so lazy.
たけしちゃん、起きてよ。学校に遅刻しちゃうよ。
Takeshi, wake up. You'll make me late for school. Okay, I see what you mean. Then you can go. Something like that. The cliche. Munchie, I can't eat anymore.
ああ、もうね。
Oops. That was unfortunate. He's talking about eating for, but whatever. I'm sleepwalking. Well, that's the wrong words. Okay. It should be you're sleepwalking. Or sleep talking, or whatever. Oh, it's morning. I guess it's time for me to get up. Just as I was thinking this, I heard footsteps approaching. I opened my thin eyes and saw Coco.
ねえねえ、ソラピー。タケピョンと何して遊んでいるの？
Coco interrupts. What are you doing with Takepon, Sora?
ちゃんですね、私が幼馴染になって倉成さんを起こしているんです。
Coco, let's see. I'm waking up Mr. Kurinari as my childhood friend.
ねえ、ココもやってみていい？
Can I try this one too?
いいですよ。その方が私も参考になりますし。
It's good. It's more helpful for me too.
そうだ、ココちゃんは倉成さんの妹という設定はどうですか？
That's right. How about setting Coco as Kurinari's sister?
いいよ。
Okay.
はい、じゃあ、ココ、頑張ってやっちゃうよ。
Do my best to get it done. Coco came up to me. I closed my eyes in a panic.
お兄ちゃん、起きてる？
You okay, Oni-chan? Goo goo shaja.
ああ、まだ寝てる。もう、困ったお兄ちゃんなんだから。
He's still sleeping. He's such a trouble, big brother.
よーし、こうなったら。
I'm gonna do this.
これで。
Karate? Here you go. Like this. Zaboosh. Gosh. Muga. Suddenly something is shoved up my nose. At the same time, something slimy invaded my nose. Okay. Powerful stimulus exploded in my nose. Just like shove an ammonia packet up his nose. Oh! My nose, it burns. I put my hand up to my nose. Well, I think I know the character for nose now. It's this one. Huh, and the thing put in the nose with a snort flies into the palm of the hand. Smelling salts. When I looked at my hands and saw that my palms were stained a red color. Huh. Sorry. How are you doing? You're awake, aren't you? Coco, smiling, had a tube of mustard in her hand. Okay, so it's yellow. You're Japanese people and you're like making danger out of mustard. What is that? Their mustard might be way spicier, but still. terrible thing happened to me. You in the hot springs. I still have a tingle in my nose. How did you wake me up, Coco? Oh well. It's back to life. Taken showers before. The bath hot spring is different. I feel the ingredients of fatigue dissolving out of my entire body in a wavering manner. Private hot springs. Have to get like, why are you here big time? But it's a really big spa, big enough to swim in. I close my eyes. That's when I am soaking in the that word got messed up, hot water. It seems like a dream, like a lie. Like what I have been doing. It's real. That scene ended quickly. He just like shoved mustard up his nose, and that was the end of it. I opened my eyes and stared blankly at the ceiling, fogged up with steam. The ceiling lights seemed like the sun viewed from the bottom of the water. What'd you have to triple up the hiragana for? Yes, now you can't translate it. That's what you did to yourself, OCR. Well, I don't think these are words anywhere. It's just a repeating sequence. So, after all, this is what coffee milk is for after taking a bath. Okay, I wouldn't be drinking coffee milk at like 9 p.m., but whatever. In fact, I don't drink coffee at all, but I wouldn't be drinking it at 9 p.m. of all times. I thought as I looked at the bottle of coffee milk I had just finished drinking. Why do we drink milk from a bottle while looking at the bottom of the bottle? I don't know. What? Usually it's really hard to look at the bottom of a bottle while drinking from it. I don't get what that was supposed to mean. Well, I think I'll go to bed. Before the water gets cold? I'm not gonna be able to fix that OCRing though, so this is probably not before the water gets cold. Taking a bath and relaxing in the restroom. I headed for the first to the infirmary. Tsugumi just kind of. We're gonna not notice her for one line, of course. As you at that moment. Oh, we are okay. Tsugumi walks unsteadily with drops of water dripping from the front. Huh. I wouldn't imagine that Tsugumi was in a hot spring though. Did she get drunk or something? Tsugumi, what's wrong with you? You're soaking wet.
あなたに関係ないでしょ。ほっといて。
Oh, she went swimming for Chammy. Because we didn't do that with her because we aren't in her route or something. It's none of your business, leave me alone. Yeah. Tsugumi stumbles and almost falls. I panicked and grabbed Tsugumi by the shoulders. Tsugumi's soggy, wet body was cold. Perhaps as a reaction to staggering, some brown lump fell from Tsugumi's hand onto the floor. It began to roll and run. Oh,
チャミ。
Chammy. Okay, I need to like take a little breather, so I'm gonna pause the coding a bit. But so while okay, so what I'm guessing is when we were doing this game within a game thing with Sora, Tsugumi was swimming to go get Chammy. We would have helped participate in that, or done it ourselves, if we were in a more Tsugumi route, which we're not. Okay, that's what I'm guessing happens. Okay. Chammy? Question mark.
チャミ。待って。
Chammy, wait. Flustered Tsugumi was distraught and tried to chase the brown mass. I'll take care of it. Chase after the brown mass. Who's that? A rat? Something I was chasing looked like a rat on closer inspection. The rat stops moving for a moment and twitches its nose as if checking its surroundings. The rat's nose, okay. I'll call you that. And that. I just reached out my hand. Okay. Now I'll backlog these last two lines here. Take my chances. What? Okay, it's supposed to be like, I'll take my chances, and then this is... Okay. It's like raw. Basically, it's I'll take that chance. I saw my chance is probably be a better... I saw my chance is probably a better translation. I just reached out my hand. Kashi. Or something. Gashi. Surprisingly easy to get caught, huh? Surprisingly easy to catch, that is. I didn't think it would be easy to grab him. Eagle-eyed rat was docile in my hand. I caught it. This literally spelled nice catch. Nice, yeah, it's like a nice catch in katakana. Wow, okay.
ダメよ。そんな風に乱暴に掴んだら。
Don't grab him roughly like that. Yeah. Tsugumi quickly snatched the rat from my hand. Then she gently stroked the rat as if it were if she was treating it.
痛かった？ごめんね。
Sorry. Oh. Lots of fuzz here. Looking again at the rat in Tsugumi's hand, we cannot see its tail. Or I cannot see a tail on it. Is that a rat? I mean, wouldn't... Why would a rat be that ratty? What? Unfortunate translations.
違う。
I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it's roughly transfer. No. Okay. No, my words was interrupted by Tsugumi's loud voice and was taken aback.
違う。
No again.
ジャンガリアンハムスター。
Hungarian hamster.
チャミよ。
I'm gonna be able to translate Chami, yo. So. That said, Tsugumi almost stumbles again. Now take a shower and change your clothes. She doesn't have another pair of clothes, though. Another set, that is. Catch a cold if you stay wet forever. Demo. I guess is conjuncting. Tsugumi gazes at Chami, who she is holding carefully. Take care of it while you're gone. I headed to the break room, pulling Tsugumi's hand. Okay, this is like something. This one got messed up. Tsugumi was washing her clothes and taking a shower. Took care of Chami. Put Chami on the table, thinking that the restroom I could catch him easily if he ran away. Opened a jar of nuts, also entrusted to me by Tsugumi, took out a nut and held it in front of Chami. I opened the jar. Okay. Chami stood to sit a little at the just stood up on the table and caught the nut with both hands. This is pretty cute. Is that like a nibbling noise, supposedly? The small sound of Chami nibbling on a nut echoes in the restroom. Chami's cheeks swell with every nut she nibbles on. And you can't help but feel at home. I put my cheek on the table and looked at Chami from a low angle. Tsugumi seemed to love this hamster a lot. This little animal to Tsugumi. Is it a pet or a friend or... Yeah, they're doing this. One and only friend. I wonder if they're friends. As they gazed at Chami in a daze, Chami was lifted up by a hand and appeared gently. Oh. That appeared gently. Oh. I looked up and saw Tsugumi holding Chami with great care. Is the body okay?
もう平気よ。
I'm fine now. I don't know what happened, but don't be too reckless. Tsugumi heads silently for the exit of the room.
ありがとう。
Thanks. Thank you. Just before leaving the room, Tsugumi mumbled something in a muffled manner, like a stick figure, and left. Okay. Did she thank me for that? It's the automatically closed door for a while. I hate that noise. Sounds like a what? It's like an alarm clock noise. Sudden electronic sound that I heard made me momentarily jump. Took a few moments to realize that it was the familiar ringtone of my cell phone. I thought cell phones didn't work in here. Oops. Okay, so just these lines. Okay. I can grab them, I think. I thought it was out of range. You couldn't get a connection. I took the cell phone out of my pocket and opened my email. It worked. Sup, I have something important to tell you. I will be waiting for you in front of the legendary statue of the goddesses after school. Legendary status, the goddess of mercy. Maybe this is the right place. Came here as soon as I saw the email from Sora. It's translating it to email. It probably should be text. However, Sora was not visible there. Maybe it was the wrong time? It said after school, but it's nighttime now.
倉成さん、
Renari-san. Sora? Something about being surprised. No, it's not quite. I'll try another take at that. It's gonna always double up that he or that B. Yeah, it turns the B into PB. Whatever. Sora up here. This is Sora. How long have you been here?
今来たところですが、
I just came. Try to backlog that. What's that? Can I use my email or cell phone here? I thought it'd be called out on email.
ええ、本来使えますよ。ただ、搬入エレベーター事故の17分前から使えなくなってしまいましたが。
Yes, you could use it originally. It just stopped working 17 minutes before the loading elevator accident. But 17 minutes before the accident? Why is that? I'm going to ask, but Sora turned her head down and fidgeted. So what's the important story?
はい、先ほどの件を謝りたくて。
Yes, I just wanted to apologize for the earlier incident. Which... I want to apologize for what I said earlier. You said just... What was that just now? What you said earlier? Busted the nose thing comes to mind. It's Coco's fault, so Sora doesn't have to apologize. Did you make some headway?
残念ながら、よくわかりませんでした。せっかく倉成さんが協力してくれたのに。
Yes, I figured out that Kuranari-san is really bad at this. Unfortunately, I do not understand well. Sorry to say that Mr. Kuranari-san helped me out. Huh? I see. I looked at the sunken face of Sora and wished I could do something about it. Yeah, but Takeshi couldn't really do anything and didn't actually end up saying any lines inside the simulation, so he didn't really help with anything. Anything. Something that isn't a simulation. Oh well, why don't we go on a date?
デートですか？
Date?
それじゃあ、どんなシチュエーションで？
Situations. Sora is just no Sora. Sora is just the way it is, and so there's no better training than real combat.
わかりました。それで、どこでデートするんですか？ミラージュを使えば、どんな場所でも出せますけど。
Understand? So where are you going to take me on a date? With Mirage, I can get you out of any. I can get you into any place. Dear. When I think of dates, I think of movies, shopping, and amusement parks. I'm already at an amusement park, though. That was actually why I had a ticket to an amusement park, because somebody was going to take somebody on a date to an amusement park, and they just said no, but they already bought the tickets. I've forgotten this is a theme park. It's perfect for a date, isn't it? Okay, the translator should not have trouble translating that. Come on, that's an easy one, Deepel. No mistakes were made determining those characters. Fortunately, the facility's playground equipment was usable without problems, except for the submerged areas. Except for Kazmishir Val.
倉成さん、どこから回りますか？
Furinari-san, where would you like to start? Let's start from the nearest place for now.
はい。
Yes. Sora nodded happily. Oh, are we doing this? They're subbing it in. You're in front of the Jellyfish Gondola station. Quickly boarded the gondola. Well, this is a thing now, I guess. I guess Mirage works inside the gondola. The equipment allowed visitors to explore the ocean floor as they drifted in a transparent tube around the outer wall of Drite stock. Oh, it's big in there. Okay, it's not like the original where it was like a little, like, pod. Oh, that makes it different. Okay. The jellyfish with us on board swayed comfortably as it moved forward. Looking out from the gondola, I really felt like I was drifting underwater.
あ、倉成さん、あそこに魚が泳いでますよ。
Mr. Coronari, there's a fish swimming over there. Yes, sir, I'm impressed. Although the time of day was night, fish were gathering, perhaps transite or like lit up by the facility's lighting.
あ、クラゲです。光ってますよ。
It's a jellyfish, it's glowing. So beautiful.
あそこにイカさん発見です。
I found Sir Mr. Squid over there. Really, you found it well. Look at the sea creatures that Sora found one after another. It's a lot of fun to see something I don't usually get a chance to see close up and quiet. Besides, it's fun to look at Sora.
楽しいですね。私、これに誰かと男の人と二人で乗るのって初めてなんですよ。
Fun. Okay, it's like the first time I've Yeah, it's just hard. The numerals mess it up, but it's like first time I've written this is two people, just myself and a guy. I think is what's supposed to be.
なんて、乗ると言っても中をモニターして安全の確認とかなんですけどね。
Say it's alright, but I've been monitoring the inside to make sure it's safe.
その時のファミリーやカップルの皆さん、これに乗っている時は本当に楽しく優しい笑顔でした。
All the families and couples at that time, when they were in on this, they were really happy and had smiles. Yes, even Sora has that look on her face right now.
倉成さんもですよ。
Korinari-san too? What she's at is what she meant to say, but it got turned into chicken for some reason.
不思議ですね。配るにはそんな効果があったんですね。
It's strange. Quale had that effect.
楽しく優しい笑顔にさせる効果です。
The effect is to make you smile in a neat and gentle way. Have other effects too. No, that's probably. Maybe it's fun to write alone, but if you write with someone else, it's twice as much fun. No, maybe it's even more fun than that. Okay.
そうですね。
That's right. Sora looked at me and smiled. We're going through all of them, aren't we? Sora looked at the ruins with interest. Not flooded this time. Originally, there was like 6 inches of water on the ruins. I can't help but look at it as if it were being dragged. If I were being dragged along. Looking at Sora for a while, Sora turns around and looks back at me.
私の視点と倉成さんの視点が合わさって見えているからでしょうか。何度も見ている同じ風景のはずなのに、いつもと違って見える感じがします。
I think it's because my point of view and Mr. Kurinari-san's point of view are combined. I've seen the same scenery many times, but it always looks different. Sora smiles mysteriously. Okay, so finally got to the carousel, right? We were on a dolphin. So finally we get to this room. But they're gonna be very passive about this. They're not gonna have like a long conversation over the CG this time, are they? Sora's riding with her legs together in a well-mannered manner, except she's wearing a skirt that's cut up like way up to her hip socket essentially. However, you don't see it in order to make the aspect ratio not square in the Xbox remake, they cut off the bottom of the CG so you don't actually see her butt. So it's kind of sanitized a bit in that sense. I would say it's good manners. That's why it's like legs together in good manners. Like, but the stress though, like, makes it so that that doesn't really matter. The dolphins begin to move slightly up and down, their lights buzzing. Oh, it's moving. I held on to the dolphin to keep it from shaking me off. Dolphins bounce and swim among the waves, and the same scenery loops around. I hadn't ridden something like this since I was a kid, but I had no resistance. Like, no apprehensions is what he's supposed to say. It was fun, but the Mushiro turned into Ushiruro and probably unrecoverable. If you think about it dispassionately, that's some rich vocabulary, Deepel. It's just a dolphin making a dolphin going. It's dolphin going around the same place as far as it can go. Okay. Still, it's somehow very, very exciting. Uh, Added a rue. Sora apparently we can wait, which is not quite right. Calling out to the dolphin, uh, Sora on the dolphin ahead.
倉成さん、
Something like wait up, I guess, because she's in front of him. She's in front of him or something. Okay. Current Harisan. Go for it. My dolphin. Catch him. Catch up past them. Wait up is supposed to be what it's supposed to mean. Okay. I knew I would never be able to catch up, but I felt like I was playing catch up with Sora and the dolphins.
負けませんよ。私のイルカさん、頑張れ。
That's a voice acting divergence. I won't lose. My dolphin, my Ganbari, whatever that means. The paw was instead the PA part was just inserted by the OCR. Go, my Sapura. Yeah, I guess it is Splash Dolphin. That's awkward. Enjoyed the dolphin race for a while.
倉成さん、こっちです。
Furinari-san, this way, this way. In the drifting landscape, the unchanging smile of Sora dances. Oh. I waved my hand and looked at the happy Sora and thought to myself, You don't see yourself in the memory, only the landscape. If you're with someone, that someone will be remembered in the landscape with you. Because I can also feel myself at that time to the other person in the landscape. Maybe that's why 2 feels like twice as much fun. Well, that was too philosophical to understand. Got some great memories of this place. Despite these circumstances, when I'm having fun, I feel like I'm having fun. I tend to also feel like I'm having fun when I feel like I'm having fun. No. I know what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like, despite me being trapped in Lamu and likely going to die, when I'm having fun, I'm still in Lamu, I'm still having fun. It doesn't like spoil it for me. It's kind of a funny sentence. That's everyone's. Maybe it's Sora. I'm sure you're right. Okay.
どうしたんですか、倉成さん。
What's wrong with you, Mr. Kurinari? Or- Sora turns a curious face when she sees me staring at Sora in a daze. Really, I thought it would be fun. Her reply was a smile.
私もです。
Two. Sora returns a smile. With our grin, smiling faces on board, the dolphins are going round and round. Dolphins' faces also look kind of happy. Well, it's because their anatomy, they're kind of fixed that way. And they're also fake. Then we went to the souvenir shop. I thought this when I came here before, but there's really a lot going on. I don't know. I didn't know there was such a thing as cosmetics.
ツバイトシュトックで作られた海洋成分の含まれた化粧品ですね。
It's a cosmetic product known as made in Zweite stock that contains marine ingredients. I see. Naturally, alternating between Sora and cosmetics. I draw her face in here. Is that what this is leading up to? I wonder if Sora wears natural makeup. She has a quiet atmosphere, but I wonder what she would look like if she were to put on a proper, beautiful makeup. You're the weirdest Okay, so you have to understand, Takeshi is a very he's a very non-mainstream man who for some reason likes the idea of women wearing makeup.
え、私がメイクをするんですか？
Makeup? Since we're here, why don't we give it a try?
面白そうですね。ですが、実体を持たない私はメイクを施すことをできませんし、そういったシミュレーションサンプルもありません。
Sounds interesting, but I can't apply the makeup and I don't have such a simulation sample. Sora left ruefully. It's from Sora. And the mirror in the cosmetics section comes into view. Yes, the mirror. Sora, can you show me your reflection in the mirror with your mirage?
疑似的には可能ですが、一体何をするんですか？
Is that possible? But, okay, so it is possible, is probably what I was trying to say. But what on earth are you doing? Sora appears in the mirror. Here's what we do. And I pick up the cosmetics. Wow, they're like really stretching what the original artwork was up, right? The original artwork, it was just a pane of glass. And you were looking at Sora through the pane of glass, so you're not looking at a mirror. That's what this was supposed to. What the artist who drew this thought that that was what they were drawing. Why would it matter? Well, it would matter if Sora had something that was asymmetric about her. So, it would be different if it was a reflection versus if it was just a look through. But I don't. But the way this is drawn doesn't actually include any of that, so it works out, I guess. The mirror didn't show my reflection, only the face of Sora. Oh. I sponged on to Sora's face there with an expensive bright foundation that I took at random.
なんだかくすぐったい感覚ですね。
It's kind of a tantalizing sensation. Wait, you can feel that? After dusting with powder, apply eyeshadow and eyeliner with a brush and create the eyes. Again, it implies he's like writing on the mirror, but I mean, they could have made it so he's writing on his, because they have to reuse the art asset. Well, it could make more sense if he was drawing on his own face. Like he had like looking at Sora's face is a reflection, But then he was drawing on his own face and seeing the changes he was making to his face appear on the reflected face. Anyway. And then he have to walk out and talk to you or something, and you looks at him and is like, what have you been doing? TV, it was like this. I was talking about makeup tutorials. The mouth turned into. Apply blush to the cheeks and add something, I guess, lipstick to the mouth. Is I guess what that's supposed to mean. Like, why? Because, like, okay, this means sun. This means mouth. So you gotta kind of like, so somehow turn from mouth to sun. You gotta kind of come and replace, right? It's like add sun blush, no, add mouth blush, which is lipstick. All right, it's done.
倉成さん、私、どうですか？
For now, Isan, how do I look? And based on the idea behind these original CGs, the artwork that they reused, she looks absolutely terrible. Even though that wasn't the idea they were going for, it appears in this scene. In the original, she was supposed to look terrible. No, no, no. Miss OCR, but yeah, that's what it would be anyway. Maybe a failure. Pretty much quite a bit of failure. Right, you tried to make improvements on the face of of a computer simulated idealized woman. How are you supposed to do that? There we go. Kevlar, apparently. Do it, putting pause here. Maybe not. Is it really just too stingy? Hmm. It was just like not enough or something. It was a disaster. There you go. It's Doodle.
でも、私、こんなの見たことありません。とっても斬新です。
Never seen anything like this. Very innovative. Never seen it
ひょっと
either.
すると、素敵かもしれませんよ。
Might be nice. So comforts me. I rubbed my hand on the mirror and hurriedly tried to erase my failed attempts. cannot disappear easily. You try to wipe it off, the more lipstick stretches and spreads, and the more it gets poofy. Sorry, I did it myself, but makeup is a lot harder than I thought it would be.
倉成さんはメイクをしたことがないんですか？
Kurenari, have you never worn makeup? No, I'm Japanese, I'm not Korean. Get it right. I'm a guy, and I've never worn makeup.
あれ、そうなんですか？最近では男性用の化粧品も多く発売されているというニュースデータがありましたが。
Is that so? There is news data that many cosmetics for men on the market these days. I'm not one of those kind of men. It's only part of the story. At least I've never worn makeup.
でもメイクをした倉成さんというのも私は見てみたいです。
Kurenari with makeup is also. I would like to see it. Really? Then I'll give it a try. I was somewhat interested. I don't think so. It's like, no. Poke myself in the eye and can't help but laugh. Sora, too, is caught and starts laughing. The two of them roll around laughing. So they ruffled, is what you're saying? The actual literal ruffle? Only our laughter echoed in the quiet night stall. It felt as if it had been a long time since I had laughed so boldly. After a brief laugh, we explored the gift shop again. Yes, is there anything Sora wants?
欲しいものですか？それってどうしてですか？
Is it something you want? Why is that? Date, I give them a gift as a reminder.
そうなんですか。どういったものがいいんでしょう？
Is that so? What would you like?
私って商品のデータには触れていましたが、欲しいものとかって考えたことはありませんでした。
I've been exposed to product data, but I never thought about what I wanted.
思い出のプレゼント。そう考えたら、どの商品も欲しいものに見えてきます。
It's like, what do I want? Is probably what that 2 lines ago was supposed to be. Memory is a gift. When you think about it, every product looks like something you want, or looks like something I want. This. pick up a Mew Mew Nuglumis in my hand. What?
かわいいですね。
Is that just a beckoning cat statue again? It's cute, isn't it? It's like this. I haven't even got to the cosmic whale room yet. I picked up the necklace with the Kombakto on it.
それはネックレスじゃありませんよ。ホログラムペンダントです。
It's not a necklace, it's a holographic pendant. Oh, that's where it's gonna come from. But the thing is, though, Tsugumishi holograph pendant.
太陽光を利用した一度きりの写真の撮影と記録ができるアイテムですね。
I guess you could etch it if you had a etcher at the right frequency. Anyway, it's an item that allows you to use the sunlight to create a one-off photo of a person and record it. I start hiccuping again. It always happens to me. How about this blue necklace over here? Or that orange one over there might be nice too.
倉成さんにそう言われると全部素敵に思えてきて迷ってしまいます。
Mr. Kurinari says so. Or Kurinari-san says so. I think they all look great, and I can't decide which one to go for. In that case, you should actually wear it and check it out in the mirror. Just keep trolling her. Poke at that problem. Suddenly, the smile fades from Sora's face.
そうでした。私はぬいぐるみをもらっても抱くことができません。
I can't hold a necklace even if they give it to me.
私はアクセサリーをもらっても身につけることができません。
Like a gumi. Whatever that's supposed to be. Not a necklace. I haven't got to the necklace yet. I can't wear the accessories even if you give them to me.
私は鏡にも映ることができません。
I can't even look in the mirror.
だって私は本当はここにいないのですから。
Because I'm not really here. Someone's falling. I can't find the words to call it. It's like I don't know what to call it. Looked around the store to find the words I couldn't find. The window pane showed only my reflection, not Sora. They're really leaning into the vampire thing here, aren't they? They're just like splitting the aspects. Sora has no reflection. My face reflected vaguely, as if shabby as. As shabby as Sora right now. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. I was like, how is Sora shabby? I was like, well, because she's downcast, I guess. Yes, that's when a flash of inspiration hit me. So, would you mind standing right there in front of I think we should grab that one symbol. Retry. There we go. Window. Excuse me again. I don't have like a cough button I can use. I don't have like a system like that, so like when I sneeze, it comes out in the recording. So when I do this again, it's you stand right in front of the window instead of right in front of the hing. Okay.
はい。
Yes. I stood in front of the window. Can you stand there for a minute? I ran out of the store and stood in front of the window where Sora stood. I stared at Sora through the window. Sora also slowly looked up and gazed into my eyes. Gazed. Sora. Okay, palm of your hand.
え
Your hand here. Put my palm against the window pane. The other side of the window, Sora put her palm on top of mine, where my hand was. Sora is there because my hand feels it. This is so silly. Don't you feel anything, Sora?
私も倉成さんの温かさが感じられる気がします。
I feel like I can feel Koronari's warmth. To right hand, right hand to left hand to right hand. Their hands were indeed touching each other, separated by a sheet of glass. That's why we're here now. It's a very strange sensation. Substance that was supposed to block the question between the two is now serving as the only point of contact. Okay, break the contact, that is. If there is nothing between us, we can't even touch each other. But in this way, facing each other across a sheet of glass, we can be sure of each other's existence. No, I'm pretty sure it's just a sheet of glass, Kurinari. My two palms had the certain feeling that I was touching the body of Sora. Just inches from my nose, the face of Sora floated in front of me. It's like, now kiss the glass. It was so close that I could even hear her breathing. Thought I could even hold on to her tightly now. The strength of our thoughts may be a force that transcends reality.
力ですか？
Is this strength? Yes, because the sky felt my feelings.
そうですね。
Yes, that's right. So we checked each other out through the glass for a while. Kind of an unfortunate translation, but that's what Deep L decided that meant. It's like we looked at each other through the glass and decided to say we checked each other out through the glass. That's why I like Deep L. It's got some stank to it. Fortunately, I want to collapse this though because it's blocking a big part of it. It's blocking some of the fingers. There we go. Sometimes I forget to don't think about what's in the upper left corner of the screen, so I forget to like mess with that translation box. Suddenly, the story of Pygmalion that you told me comes to mind.
昔々キプロスというところに彫刻家の青年がいました。
Oh, this is gonna be really time consuming. Okay, you can read that, the translated well.
ピグマリオン。彼の作る彫刻は素晴らしいものでした。それは生命力にあふれ、今にも動き出しそうな躍動感を感じさせるって巷で大評判でした。
Are they gonna repeat the whole story?
そんなある日、彼は裸体の女性の彫像を一つ完成させました。だけど、その自分でもうっとりするような、まるで生きているような美しい彫像を眺めているうちに、そしてだんだん彼女のことが愛おしくなって、いつしか話しかけるようになりました。きっと彼は初めて純粋な恋をしたのね。自分の作った女性の彫像に。
Did Pygmalion feel the thoughts of the statues her? Okay. Did you know that they were did he know that what they were thinking and wanting without having to put it into words? Or did they know? Amelia may have been checking the mind of her, the statue that cannot speak. When I spent time with the conquering woman, we may have been able to communicate with each other. When he spent time, that is. They may have been able to communicate with each other. So even if they didn't exchange words. Oh, we didn't exchange words. Our feelings were conveyed because our hearts were connected. Like I am now. Or there, or them, or they, or whatever. Okay, so this is where things get really weird. Let's see what happens. The original things get really weird at this point. Or really edgy, one or the other, whatever word you want to use. At the end of the day, I fell down on my bed as if I were sinking into it. As expected, I'm tired today. My whole body feels sluggish as if it were stuffed in with the element of fatigue. Oop. Does he wake up at 3 a.m. this time? Rapidly heavy eyelids. Consciousness vanishing as if ripped from my head. Well, sleep violently. "55 hours remaining, I presume." It was dark there. The only thing there was my thoughts. What distant, endless underworld. I was in the middle of it. No, it was falling. In between, there is pressure, and it feels as heavy as mud. The darkness of the dark mud, had swallowed me up, and I was sinking deeper and deeper into it. High viscosity darkness. No. Maybe not. The time may be getting closer to us. Or the time of, like, collapse. It may be just around the corner, creeping up on us. Soon, it will happen. It's tangled up with me. Interesting. This extra character duplication kind of messed that up, but it's sinking in, or I'm sinking in. I'm getting entangled and sinking. I open my eyes. I saw an unseen darkness before my eyes. It's like I opened my eyes and nothing changed on the screen because saw the black back of my eyelids to the black of where I am. While I couldn't see, someone was peeking in on me. We don't know what the pronoun is because it's Japanese. Darkness and darkness stare at each other in the face. I thought I saw the unseen behind me. That unseen
お兄
darkness.
ちゃん起きてる
Oh, are you okay, big brother? Oh. Got reminded of the mustard in the nose, and then I woke up. That's when an out of place voice. No, a bubble was born. Huh.
あまだ寝てるもう困ったお兄ちゃんなんだから
Oh, he's still sleeping. Is it troublesome, big brother? The increase. And my consciousness envelops
よ
me.
しこうなったら
So the way he's gonna wake up at 3 in the morning is gonna relive the mustard thing. It's gonna shock him awake. Alright, here we go. Surprised by bubbles. That's a mistake, kanji. My consciousness slowly begins to float. Maybe you're supposed to actually be bubbles. The speed of surfacing accelerates.
ピピー
A long waking up sequence. What? And the border of unseen darkness looms. Doka. Some sort of like exclamation of some sort. A shock like a tap on the chest. Hero. Without a pause, something warm and slippery slowly crawled on my face. Uhi. Tsu. Or Ohishi. Pee-pee just starts licking his face. How does Pee-pee have like salivatory glands? There's like little tanks in his head that like makes him slobbery. I'm swept up in the vortex of a furious, slippery storm. I look at him. It's Pee-pee. Literally, there was Pee-pee licking me all over the mouth and nose, and the question of... Okay. What is that?
目覚めパッチリでしょ
How do you like it? Waking up perfect, right? Standing there looking into my face, smiling, like she was good at what she was doing. No, it's true that it's a wake-up call, but... Pick up Pee-pee in front of me and move her aside, or move him aside.
タケピョンリクエストの別の起こし方ここ2番の起こし方メガペロペロドッグはどうだった
How about another way to wake up Takipon request Coco's way. How about Scavera is a really hard time with that. It's Pero. Yeah, Mega Pero is Spanish for dog. So it's Mega Pero dog. Whatever. I'm not gonna bother. I don't want to bother spend any real effort trying to translate Coco because she's like incomprehensible to any sort of machine translator, no matter what I
笑
do.
顔にしびれたでしょ
PP smile is irresistible, isn't it? It's Japanese for dog. It's inu. And that's easy to remember because just remember the shino inu. No, what? Oh my goodness! It's like just remember the name of the cryptocurrency. Shiba Inu. Yeah. No, Kokoku googled again. Day 4, isn't it? So he does not end up waking up at 3 in the morning. Maybe he does if you're more, like, Tsugumi routed. I know for absolute certainty I'm Sora routed now. Oh, I had a terrible time. I feel sticky all over my face. Yeah, I slobbered all that fake slobber. How'd you wake me up, Coco? Oh, she put dog bait on his face? Yes, I know. I asked for a different way to wake me up. Mate? Mate? Another way to wake up? Oh, not the mustard again. I have a vague recollection. I think I said something like that after she woke me up with the mustard. It's like, I don't want just different, I want not insane. Is that, I'm sorry, did I say that? I don't know. Well, whatever it is, next time I better get up earlier then. My face is reflected vaguely in the broken mirror. The mirrors are always broken. I looked into my face. Oh, well. I think I was having some kind of dream before Coco woke me up. What did I dream about? I have no idea. I can't remember. I dreamed about being strangled in darkness. Sinking into dark molasses is what you're dreaming about. I'll wash my face again and wash away the fuzziness. Time is running out and I have to do exactly what I can today. Okay? I changed my mind and left the bathroom.
クラナリまったくいつまで寝てんのよ。ついにタイムリミットも2日を切ってるのよ。ちょっと自覚が足りないわよ。
He made up my mind instead of changed my mind. Anyway, this is a good place to stop. So I will stop. So, yep. There we go.